do this thing. Hello everyone, Eric Watson here, freelancer writer, player of games, writer of words, recorder of videos, and tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to our weekly live-streamed Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition online role-playing adventures. I'm joined as always by my good friends, Chris, playing the Nor Detective, UNT Inquisitive Rogue Divination Wizard Mannix.
Hello.
Heather playing the Dark Death Dealer Half-Drow Assassin Rogue Celeste.
Eric forgot how to pronounce D's.
Choke on my... I did. Like, that's too many D's. I can't handle that.
Just like, yeah, okay.
Rochelle playing the more D's. Deepwater Diva Triton Bard of Whispers Gillian. Who put all these D's in here?
Hello.
Raymond playing the heedlessly brave Turtle Battle Master Fighter Rogue George.
Not a D in that at all.
That's right. That's
No.
right. There's not. Bless you, sir. And Reese playing the metal-laced Mighty Morphin Hill Dwarf Druid of the Moon, Theron.
No DZ.
We stream our sessions live on YouTube every Friday evening. Watch all of our D&D live series as well as reviews and Let's Plays on my YouTube page. Read weekly session recaps at roguewatson.com and watch my behind-the-scenes, no players allowed live series, Crafting Annihilation, on Thursday mornings. You can follow me on Twitter at RogueWatson and join our official Discord discussion group with invite link in the description below. If you'd like to support the channel, please check out patreon.com/RogueWatson. Shoutouts to platinum patrons Andrew, Joe, Will, Tiny Dancer, Nick, Andy, Chris, Alberto, and Manuel. And gold patrons RPG Papercrafts, Charming Grenade, Pretty Boy Numa, Marcos De Vicente, Gilberto, Shane, AK, Cert2B, Adam, Dead Lizard, Lion, Sam, Ross, Limpy Spuds, and Jerome. Thank you all very much for your support. For our campaign, we use Roll20.net. For video chat, we use Discord. And for streaming, I use Open Broadcaster software with Streamlabs. Previously on Tomb of Annihilation. Following the Beholder battle, the party rested up, leveled up, and divvied out the loot. They returned to the central staircase and headed down yet another level of the Tomb of the Nine Gods, noting another plaque of clues and finally seeing the bottom of the staircase, which led to an open shaft surrounded by monstrous gargoyles. The party stayed on the balcony and turned south where a T-intersection led to a glowing blue mirror at the end of an empty room. Mannix withstood the magical pull of the mirror, but his fellow party members neglected his warning as he approached, and Celeste and Gillian found themselves trapped within the mirror's ethereal realm. Mannix was unable to assess the mirror. The party remembered one of the clues, however. The mirror holds 12. Theron summoned a herd of rats and marched them over, letting them get sucked into the mirror world. Soon, several figures were spat back out, including more rats, Celeste, and previous companions the party had traveled with, like Zendala and Hugh Hackenstone. The mirror also held some monstrous creatures, including an invisible stalker that only George could see. George's true sight helped the others take it down, but in the process, George was sucked into the mirror. The party continued sending in rats and seeing more familiar faces and monstrous foes emerge, such as a massive four-armed gargoyle. With their patience running out and several of the party still trapped, the party prepared to cast Dispel Magic to see what effect it would have on the magical artifact. That is where
Did you comment on how much fun Rochelle had last time?
Yeah. Still searching around the foggy mirror world. None the wiser of all the action that's happened.
It is kind of amazing we spent an entire session on this one mirror. It has confounded us.
Yeah. You've killed some
Said we were
things.
the smartest party.
That's right. We pulled some things out.
Yeah. All kinds have happened. All right, I'm glad somebody in the chat made a D joke. Thank you. Relative.
That was, yeah.
We were waiting for that one. Our collective blood sugars must be a little low for none of us to go there.
Hey, you told me I wasn't allowed to have banana pudding yet.
You gotta save it for when we need that pickup. So, yeah, you've got about half of your party standing outside of this mirror. I think the last thing we shoved, or Celeste shoved an unconscious sort of gargoyle back into the mirror, but it spat a rat back out, so you're not quite sure. I don't know if anybody's been counting cards, you know, what's all in there now, but you know you've got two party members you've seen a feral troll that, Mannix, you were able to trick back into looking in the mirror with a spell.
Yes, and as far as is, I believe at the end of the last session, we determined that counting-wise, we've seen everything that's in that mirror. So whatever we've seen that's not out right now is about to be out. Which is a whole bunch of rats, some crazy foreign-speaking dude, and a troll, and Gillian. So is that it?
George is also in the mirror.
Oh, George, you're also in there? I forgot you got sucked into it.
Mannix hasn't even looked down the hallway yet to assess that situation. Yeah, George helped attack the invisible stalker, but in doing so, he got close enough to the mirror and was pulled through.
Indeed. Okay. Yep. So that's what we're looking at. And we're all preparing, the three of us that are out, are preparing to attack this troll when it pops out, I believe.
You want to just ready attack actions or anything specific?
I will position myself, although this is going to get real tight. Do we have any control, or are we going to have any control over where different things are going to pop out at?
No one ever does.
Control is only an illusion.
From what you've seen, when things pop out, it seems to be just kind of random, and they seem to just fill up the space as they can. So there's no telefragging, that kind of thing happening. It's just they just pop out and kind of fill whatever area they can fill out.
Okay.
If I could not take any more hits, that would be great.
Right. I'm gonna try to get in what I would conceive to be flanking position with Kalas.
Keep in mind who at this point has actually made the save against the mirror, and who is still not looking at the mirror.
I am not looking at the mirror.
Okay, because that's an important distinction. I think Mannix, you've made the save, so you can actually stare it down, but a lot of your party member can't actually be watching very well.
And Theron, you're the one who's about to dispel it, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So maybe you go next to the mirror so you don't have to look at it. I don't know. But once we dispel it, presumably. Okay, you can. Presumably, once we dispel it, no one's going to have to worry about that anymore. But
presume away, dear player.
I was waiting for a confirmation or something, some tick.
Oh, you'll get some confirmation.
I'm going to do it either way. So
okay.
Yeah, I will get in.
I don't need your presumptions or assumptions.
That won't stop me. Never stopped me before.
Has not.
And once the troll pops out between myself and Kalas, I'm gonna green flame rapier attack it.
I stabby.
So
stabby.
Okay, so for the purposes of these NPCs back here,
we sent them off because they were like almost dead.
Back there.
Okay, you want to keep them back? I was gonna say that Theron, if you want to basically just give instructions to Hugh because he looks up to you, for better or for worse, and Kalas, same thing for River, as the only one of the party that does not detest the Tabaxi. If you want to give them specific instructions.
Anyone remember why we hate the Tabaxi? I can't remember.
Funny.
It was funny. That's about it. Yep.
I think you hated them because they were useless.
Yeah. Max is also kind of racist.
They missed one attack at some point, and you were like, these motherfuckers. Useless.
What was it?
Yeah.
I'll sign to River to take the weak-looking one and go up the hallway, but don't leave the hallway. And by weak-looking one, I mean...
Oh, River knows who you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one missing a finger? That one?
Mm-hmm.
River's just like, you crossed Kalas, didn't you?
Be ready ready for anything, Hugh. Fight to the death.
Great instructions.
All right. You sense Hugh behind, beginning to run up and staring at the mirror, so you quickly get your spell. Although, did Hugh make this? Was he the one that made this? Did he make the save?
He made a
Okay.
save.
There was I think. Well, I know Orvex did as a shock, because George
Yeah.
literally like pried his fingers open like fucking Clockwork Orange. Or no, it was a Bird Box. That was the analogy. Which is like,
Right.
look at this.
Look at it.
No, I didn't do that.
I thought you
I
did.
wanted
go-
to, but
Ah,
no.
Am I
I
misremembering?
think
Okay.
he.
I did that to the troll thingy or the gargoyle.
Somebody made a surprise save last time.
Yeah.
It was Orvix. Orvix
Orvix
made the
did,
save.
but I don't remember what the situation was where he looked at it.
I don't remember. Oh, did I?
I think you
That was
did.
I thought that's why he was up there. He grabbed because he was in front of you at one point, and you like grabbed him to shove him and look at the mirror, and then you had to pull him back to fight the invisible stalker. We'll have to go to the tapes. I don't have the tape ready, but
And unfortunately, that's when you accidentally saw the mirror and went, whoop.
No. So I feel like I wanted to do it, but I got talked out of it by
Ah.
Theron. So I switched places with him.
Does sound right.
And then later realized that by doing that, I got closer enough to see it.
Yeah.
But
I think Orvex just looked at it on his own.
I think he
He
did
just- yeah,
make
he
the
was-
save though. Yeah.
he did make the save, but he was looking up on accident. Like I
Okay.
reminded you, like he looked at the mirror. and you're like, oh
okay.
crap!
Yeah.
But I
Did
don't
Hugh
remember the-
also make it then, just because he was in that room? Because I know others
Hugh
had
made it.
Okay.
Because I remember him being very worthless in the fight, but then he made the save, so we're like, well,
Okay.
He's scared to
Right.
death.
All right. He also prepares for quote unquote anything. He readies his action for anything. All right. Give me some dispel magic.
all right. Do a little. I think I actually cast it last time, so
Oh,
I guess all the way. But
you did guess last
We
time.
go.
Yep. Covered up by Mannix's incessant need to post paragraphs long spells.
It's how they're in there.
Let me just flip through my spell book.
Put a
again.
wand of wonder at it and see what happens.
yeah, I'd appreciate that.
So you weave your hands and you feel the magic of the mirror suddenly like crackle, and it kind of gives a, it's the Death Star beam powering up sound. And suddenly you see it kind of violently shake, and all of these 2D images of creatures and humanoids start to spill out. Mostly rats. At this point, the mirror is mostly rats.
They're everywhere.
It's like a burning building, like just rats pouring out. I'm not gonna put them all on the map, but you can count the rest of all the rats appear unharmed, end up spilling out of this mirror, as well as a. Let's see, where am I at? You see that crazy. Man who's kind of looks like a merchant, but his garb is just like centuries, a century old. Time period, it's babbling just incessantly. Looks very mentally deficient. Like some serious problems have occurred. The troll comes back, in which case you all can give me some. Essentially, this will be your surprise round of ready actions against the troll. At least
Say it's
you
surprised to see us again.
three.
Matters.
Yes. Yeah. Well, because you all were ready and knew that troll was coming out, then yes.
Sweet.
And then George comes back.
Wow.
Jillian
Hell of a club there.
comes back. Holy crap, Theron.
Oh,
And
I
then
do
you
like
see
the other one was a 1. Your
Ishmael
guys
come
all
back.
rolled.
An 8 on the first one and a 1 on the second one.
Wow. Give it and take it away.
Yeah.
A critical.
Oh my God.
Smash. Maddox was just staring at you the whole time.
Yep. I'm glad that club was so impressive.
Yes, aren't we all?
All right, so I'm gonna literally add Hugh Hackenstone to your control. Reese.
All right.
And then, because he is surprised, I do have to double the damage.
You have to. You sound.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a chore.
Yeah,
It's a requirement.
it's a requirement.
She wouldn't have done it otherwise.
No.
Legally,
use the one-to-one.
legally, I have to double the damage here. 31?
It is, but I gotta add more.
What? I don't want you to add more. Oh, that's shit.
That's not all.
Yeah.
Holy guacamole.
I'm trying to remember how to do this.
I
Just
got a crit,
so it's, you're doing an auto crit? It's just the dice. So 5d6 plus 1d8.
Okay. Oh.
That also seems pretty good. Somebody give me the total math on how much damage she just did. With her
56.
auto crit 56. Okay, and then Theron, you want to roll for Hugh?
Sure.
I'm getting all of these in one blow.
So you have a character sheet?
It should be under party NPCs.
Yep. All right.
He's that lovely bearded fellow.
That's not you.
Named NPC? Oh, I see. Never mind.
Oh, I've got its own subfolder.
I see it now. No one ever listens to you.
I'm the DM, of course not.
He calls me names now, so that's why I don't listen to him.
Nice.
They're not very nice either.
I should hope not.
They would be very good names if they were.
12, Hugh, that's terrible.
Does it hit though?
It does not.
Ah. Hey, if it was a troll zombie.
That's right.
That was
Only
definitely
had a zombie.
massive damage from Kaless,
Oh, but from Hugh.
not from Hugh. So, Theron, you bonk but good, crack the troll across the face. Kaless, what do you do when you see this troll appear to do this massive amount of damage?
Oh, she just starts hacking because she's afraid of the damn mirror. She does not want to go back.
Okay. Staring promptly.
She's hoping that if she kill it, it'll fall on the mirror and break it.
Yeah.
Did you look at Hugh and he was inspired to hack?
Yes. Yeah, he was so... misses so wide. Manix misses. The troll is so paying attention to all of you that Kaless just goes into a furious motion of blades. And you see it's just a death by 1,000 cuts to the troll. And finally, it before it can even react to anything, it just goes... and just sinks to the floor and drops down. A last check.
All right.
No battle music for you because you all took out that troll. Expertly.
And that's how we do it, you. You and me.
That's right. And your friends are all right, too.
They're alright.
He actually looks at
On
Kalissa
the,
and looks absolutely terrified at what she just did.
I hold up Orvix's finger.
Wait, you have his finger?
You still have his
Why?
finger.
I thought we offered that to a god at some point.
Why would you keep that?
She has
It's
it
like
pickled
it's
in
like-
a little vial around her
Right.
Yeah.
It's like the time we found out that she
Spoiler
kept
alert.
that monkey she'd skewered. It's unsettling.
It's got a whole taxidermy hobby you don't know about. She's reconstructing
Yeah.
Orvix one digit at a time.
I'll make him
Wait, so-
better. In her backswing though, like with her dagger, because she always has the two knives in her hand, she's gonna break the damn mirror because the troll didn't fall on it.
Okay. Yeah, you see the mirror. It's no longer glowing blue or anything. It just appears to be a normal mirror, and Kaless just shatters it.
Okay.
And you see a whole bunch of people, including George and Gillian, have reemerged from the mirror. And all of you mirror folk, you were just in this weird place that felt like time was just it was still happening, but your body wasn't feeling the effects of time. Which, I mean, you were only in there for minutes, maybe. So
I was about to say, were they in there for that long? They became mirror folk.
probably not mirror folk. Yeah.
They had their own society going on.
I was God back there.
Why didn't you release me?
They worshipped me.
Can we lie to them and tell them that they've been in there for 3 years?
Oh my god, it's so good to see you guys.
We won,
finally.
guys.
Yeah, it's
over.
I haven't aged today.
And I guess you still have all your rats? I don't know how long the conjure...
I just have all my arms and I just like shoot them out at the enemies.
I'm the Rat King.
There's like whirling around my head.
oh no.
You have defeated the mirror and recovered everything or defeated everything inside of it.
Including my rats.
That's
Including
right.
the extra suave one.
All the
Yep.
rats are back. Yeah, the extras. The one that never went in.
It lasts for an hour, so
Okay.
All right.
I have 8 rats for another 45 minutes.
Great.
That's,
sure
that's
that'll
the title
come
of your memoirs, I think.
8 rats for 45 minutes.
The Theron Bristlebeard story.
It didn't sell that well.
All right, where's
All right.
next?
Well, we got all these people now. What do we do with that?
You tell me.
Not
What do you
where
want to
we
do with
go
them?
Is Zandala gone?
You don't see her.
Do they know
Okay.
the meaning of meat shield?
Right. This one guy doesn't. He doesn't speak our language. We can tell him anything.
Goes well with our party's morality.
That's right.
I'm
Is
just
it-
going
is-
to shrug at everyone we released and just sort of walk off.
Good luck.
I've got the rats now.
All the companionship I need.
It's just a swarm of rats that lasts for an hour, and then you just feel sad afterwards.
I can just summon more, but the high on the second time's not as...
That's right.
They
Not
won't
as
be
good.
the same rats, though.
Is the crazy guy just still muttering to himself in a language that we don't speak?
Yep. And his eyes are like of a faraway look. I mean, it's just... It seems like he's...
Oh, that is the same guy. I thought it was a different guy. Okay.
This guy right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's just dressed in, like, commoner, like, merchant clothing, but, you know, super dirty. And it looks like he's just gone completely nuts. He's not... He doesn't look dangerous in any way.
Yeah. I genuinely don't know what to do with this man now.
I have to speak with animals.
Has he devolved animal status? Yeah.
That is weird. What is the line drawn on Speak with Animals? He is not classified as a beast, so
Okay.
Oh, is that the line? It'd be beasts.
I would think so.
Not great apes.
Right. If we're chilling for a bit, I will, as a ritual, cast Comprehend Languages.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
Wait, we're
So
sitting for a little bit?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God I can use some hit dice.
Yeah, I might as well take a short rest, I suppose.
I lost 63 hit points last week.
Yeah, you rolled the gargoyle.
To one gargoyle?
Mm-hmm.
Feel your
That
pain.
hurt. It hurt.
When you cast that, you can understand him, you understand the words, but it's still nonsense. He's just saying like just non sequitur phrases and just rambling about random things and things that sound like, you listen for a second and you kind of get the feeling that he used to live in Omu. And a few of what he says are real ominous and scary sounding. It's like the coming of the Dark One and, that kind of repetition.
Okay.
But you feel like you could probably identify that he was actually from Omu originally, which would put him, from 100 years ago, I believe, was the fall of the city.
Can we make a wish to make him not insane? Help him out, maybe? No? Okay.
Can you use my genie to help someone else?
That doesn't sound like us.
That'd be,
We all just simultaneously turn and stare at Theron.
Should we help this man? It's like...
Until Theron throws his hands up and just walks away.
I will say, Theron,
That's right.
that if you wanted
Let's go,
to, you know that Greater Restoration usually has the ability to cure major physical ailments as well as major mental ailments.
Ooh, I need that in my life.
We could all use some Greater Restoration, I think.
Major mental ailments.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
One Greater Restoration, please.
So we don't have to waste a wish that the whole party owns, apparently.
I feel like...
No, it's just
I feel
Gillian.
Yeah.
You have to beseech it.
I feel like Manix have a real problem with wasting a very precious Greater Restoration on this madman, but he doesn't say
You probably would, yeah. I would need that Greater Restoration at some point.
Yes,
You shall never pay me for the last one.
I never did.
Be indebted him for the rest of your life.
Put it on my tab.
Yeah. My health insurance tab. But yeah, you cast that and you immediately you put your hand on his shoulder and his eyes go from cloudy to clear and he stops mumbling and he turns to all of you and just starts crying at first. Just the emotions kind of just kind of over.
Walk away.
Yeah, I'm not dealing with this. No bedside manner. He appears very overwhelmed, but
get in there and comfort him.
It's all right, lad. At least you got both your arms. A dragon ate one of my arms. A dragon put you in that mirror. And the man looks upset and obviously overwhelmed by all of you nearby, but then he thanks you for rescuing him from that mirror world, and he said it's been so long since he saw anything other than just endless rolling fog.
All right. You didn't ask for your life story.
And he suddenly says he's really hungry and thirsty. Like he never felt hunger or thirst or exhaustion. He was just like his body was in a state of stasis, but he still experienced time in real time. And
I've seen this trope. He's about to age 100 years in 10 seconds.
It catches up to him real fast.
He's turned to a skeleton before our eyes.
No, I was thinking more like Captain America rules. Like you're frozen.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
There are different rules for that, though, I admit. Theron, you can have a point of inspiration for helping that man.
If only we had food and water to give you. Oh well.
We do not eat nor
No,
drink.
found.
George starts cutting slices of the troll.
100-year-old troll meat. Great.
Let me show you how to fillet a troll.
I mean, if we're taking half an hour to like short rest or however long a short rest is,
Cook
probably
that.
cook some troll.
Cook that troll. It's sort of humanoid, but I don't know what the ethics of that are in this universe, so...
We're probably get a weird disease or two.
It's
but
sentient.
Yep.
I don't know what the rules of that are in this universe.
Have humans ever eaten like gorillas before? I feel like that's
Yes.
had to happen.
humans have eaten everything there is
Just
at
saying.
some point.
Yeah, seriously.
including other humans.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what-
There's no taboo there. I mean, there is, but in terms of people trying it at some point somewhere.
I produced some flame to help cook the troll.
Okay, excellent. You all have a short rest in the shattered. There's glass on the floor. There's rats everywhere, and you're cooking this giant 100-year-old troll body in a makeshift campfire.
Sounds like an excellent party.
Just another short rest.
The rats are just doing like a incredibly quick just figure 8 around my chest.
God, can you get the rats to like serve people plates? Can they be trained?
I just like shoot them out to grab a plate and serve people.
Excellent. Just carry
the
little
weirdest
forks
4th
and
of July
knives.
barbecue I've ever been to.
They serve it very nicely, but then they're
Yeah,
Oh no!
more
There's
sanitary
rat
than the last
in the
place we were
yeah.
at. So. And,
Well, this guy hasn't eaten in 100 years. Can't be picky.
oh no, he's
so who else eats control meat?
he's absolutely delighted.
Gillian is not.
No?
Not gonna partake.
No troll.
Is it Gillian or Rochelle that's not eating control meat?
Okay, fine. Rochelle also does not want to eat troll meat.
I just want to eat troll meat either.
That
If we're
distinction.
taking votes.
Wait, I am not my character. My character's a horrible person. Just to clarify.
Let's be clear. All right.
Whenever they get a chance, Orvex is delighted to talk to this man also and ask him all about Omu
Shut
and
up,
life in
Orvex.
Omu. Yeah, just everything. This man is a living legend. Such insight. And of course, the man is not an actual scholar. He's pretty boring and doesn't actually know a whole lot. But the few things of life he can tell is absolutely illuminating to Orvex, who loves it to death.
Okay. Is this guy going to give us any useful information for the Tomb of Annihilation?
Title card.
A really late title
Yeah,
card.
I was about to say that's 45-minute title card. That's impressive.
So like sessions long title card.
Yeah. The whole thing was just a cold open until now.
Yeah, right now.
The real tomb can start.
Now the real adventure begins. It doesn't appear like the man has any memory of this tomb or being captured in here. He has no idea how he ended up in here. And none of them do. And the party members all repeat the same story about experiencing nightmares with the those old hags, and then just waking up in this mirror world.
All right. Well, I hand the old man my nightmare statue and say, "Here, let this be a comfort, a reminder for you, so that you may continue to have nightmares every night, because I don't want them anymore."
The nightmare statue.
God, that was a thing.
Yeah.
I never have.
Been living with it this entire time.
Continues to haunt me. All right, you all enjoy a nice little short rest. Cooked troll
right.
and all.
I will briefly approach Ishmael, just see what he wants to. He, of all of these NPCs, seems the most. Well, I guess Zendal already fucked off, but Ishmael seems the most like he might have a plan for himself going forward. Because I sure as hell don't.
Yeah, Ishmael says that it's the same story. They have no idea how they ended up in the mirror, and they are very interested in surviving this. They also know what a good job you all did in the Yuan Ti temple. So Ishmael
Really? Are we on
is...
good terms there?
Huh?
I remember. Are we on good terms there? I feel like we killed some people. I remember how we left the UNT temple.
Well,
We were on okay terms with the leader.
Yeah, I
we
mean...
sent what's his name back to help free that kid's family and the
We did do
people
that.
who
I
were
feel like we were also supposed to kill the priestess and we didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe
Well,
I don't know how
Ishmael
all that played out.
Yeah, Ishmael is mainly impressed that you all made it out alive. And got the statue in hand. Like that's what they're impressed about.
Oh, right. Yeah.
They don't seem to have any update. Yeah, they said that things were really tense because obviously the priestess was still alive, Rosnisi was still alive, and things seemed to be boiling over. But then they had to slip out to basically report to Zagmira about, you all were headed to the dungeon and everything that had happened since then. So they don't have any kind of report on like artists or Cody or any of that stuff. And then
Right.
Ishmael says that they were captured at some point out in Omu.
That's right. Mannix completely forgot Ishmael actually is not a UNT.
Right. Yeah, Ishmael is actually a shape changer, doppelganger, and they can switch to multiple forms. So I've got this kind of default, and they seem to prefer this kind of androgynous UNT form, very like attractive, and but yeah, you remember that they can actually shape change into different humanoid forms.
All right. Well, are we keeping these folks with us? Suppose that's the question. The only other alternative I can see is sending them back up top ways.
Yeah. Hugh, can you find your way back topside?
Says, I suppose if you can show me the way, but Theron, are you sure? I think I could help you.
You've been all the help that I want you to be. See if you can, and that doppelganger and those useless tabaxi. Tabaxus.
There's just one?
Lead them up to the surface and go on from there.
George says,
Claren
Hugh,
tells
I'll
him
take
that.
you. George says, Hugh, I can show you the way.
It's there and it's telling Hugh that I'm telling the Tabaxi and the rogue language actually get people out of the temple and go the right way.
Yeah.
Just straight up.
Mannix actually doesn't have a problem with keeping these people around for, uses.
All right.
There's a
Don't
lot of
listen to
dangerous
that
shit in this
guy.
temple, and having someone else go in first does not sound like a bad idea.
Cannon fodder.
Yeah.
Hugh sounds like he'll obey your wishes whichever way. If you want him to stick around, or if you want him to remain, either leave the dungeon entirely, or remain like in a safer spot, or stick with you all. It's kind of it's up to what you all want.
Theron doesn't want his potential death on his conscience, so he's going to send him out.
Okay.
George says, I'll take him.
Take like he's a puppy.
Hold up there, George.
Rehelm him.
For George swore a blood.
I'll show him. I'll show him the way.
Hugh's body just falls off the staircase.
Like half an hour later, we're just in the staircase, so we just see Hugh's body.
That's a horror movie too. It's the one where they're like quarantined in the house and it goes, that body just falls down.
Yeah, George says, I'll show you the way.
George, we need you.
Don't leave them alone, Theron. You value your friend's life.
It'll be quick. I promise.
What? Showing him the way out? George.
This is the way out. But yeah, they seem They seem like they are willing to kind of get out of here. They're very grateful for the help for getting out of that situation. They're not sure how that happened.
I'll tell Ishmael, if he wants to stick around, I can find a use for the guy. Having someone that can shape change into various humanoids might come in handy in this place. I'm not going to force you to do it, but if you're bored,
roll a persuasion check. You're not really offering them anything though, right? You're just saying if you want to stick around.
yeah. You want to hang out?
If you want to hang out. All
If you
right,
hang out with us, my friend.
give me a perception check.
Perception?
Or,
Or
sorry,
persuasion?
persuasion. Very persuasive.
I convince him with that it would be probably safer for him if he just stuck around with us. He's seen
safer.
He's seen us work. Mannix is lying.
Okay.
Probably not.
Wait, I
But
should have had you roll a deception check then. Curses.
but having a shape changer on the payroll would be.
There's a
handy.
payroll?
No. I don't have no payroll.
You get to be his friend. That's your payment.
You get to serve the cause.
There, shakes his
There's
head
a
and walks
cause.
off.
Yeah. I'm the chorus, like in the background. It's like there's a payroll. No. But all right, Ishmael seems like they're willing to stick with you all. Out of pure curiosity, Ishmael seems a little hedonistic, so maybe a little bit looking for entertainment.
I mean, we'll have to talk about that later, but I'm not entirely disposed. Whatever the word is.
So, I think Mannix would use it exactly like that.
Disposed.
It's another Mannixism.
Then Mannix is curious. He starts asking Ishmael about all the shapes he can change into.
Oh, honey.
This could. All right,
Got
we'll
all
talk about this later.
Sorts of shapes.
Can you do crabs?
I really like crabs.
Swarms of crabs. That's not how this works.
Can you do a swarm of crabs for me?
So River and Hugh head up the stairs. Ishmael stays behind. You have not seen hair nor hide of Zendala, and George, you don't see her either with your true sight bandana.
Mannix is still under the impression that, at least as far as he knows, that everybody is allied against Zendala, right? Like, we still don't know that George is like promised her or whatever the situation is.
Promised her. I mean, there was.
I think he said it out loud.
Did you? Okay.
I
think
at
so.
one,
I don't think it was a secret.
yeah, I think at one point you
Right.
it came to
It was the
blows.
whole- It did. That's right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was during the ring settlements. He said out loud he was joining us.
That's true. He drew his weapons. I remember that now. All right. Mannix will go up to George and say, "George, you can't lie to me now. You know that. You got the ghost in your head. You saw Zendala?
Stupid truth ghost.
Did Zendala tell you to do anything?
I saw her.
She didn't
Tell me
get. She
anything.
didn't tell you anything about
Did
what
she-
she's doing or what
Did she
she's up
offer you
to?
any drugs, George?
Can't trust that woman, George. I'm telling you.
All she did was walk past, and I let her go.
And you tell me if you saw her again, wouldn't you?
Only if you ask.
Mannix proceeds to ask every hour on the hour.
Just adds to his mounting paranoia and insanity. You seen Zendala yet? It's 4:15, George.
It's like, yeah, I saw her 59 minutes ago. Right after the last time you asked me.
All right, where are we going now?
Do I sound okay?
You do.
Okay.
Let's go this way. What's down the other end of the mirror hallway?
So last time, Mannix, when you went down the southern hallway towards this T intersection, you could hear a faint whispering at the edge of your mind. And you've been really distracted with things that have been happening here, so you've been kind of putting it,
Oh, right. I remember
to
that.
use a turn of phrase, in the back of your mind. As you head towards this, as you go down this corridor, that whispering and pulling and nagging sensation tingling in your mind is growing stronger.
Okay.
And at one point, you can actually hear the whispered words, Mannix.
Oh, my name. Okay. You were cutting out during all of
It's
that,
okay then.
but I caught the X at the end. And I was like, okay, here's my name. All right.
Yeah. I'm not doing that again.
Oh boy. Okay. Manny starts searching his pockets for like charms or protection things or that's some whatever.
You
he's
hear
got.
Papazotl in your mind say, "Who said that?"
Yeah.
You got like
Somebody's
4
calling
things
out
in
to
your
his
mind
mama.
now, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of things.
It's
in
getting a
there.
little crowded.
There's a ghost friend, Murray. There's a god. There's another voice that I don't know.
And can't the UNT like talk to you through he's talk to you also? Like Asarak, can't he like talk to you because you're a UNT now?
I don't think so. I don't think they have any telepathic.
We'll find out.
I'm considering guessing deafness on myself again, but this is in my head, not in my ears, right?
That's true. That'd be a funny way to try and handle it, though.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next, just gonna warn everybody, like, folks,
Is that how he says it?
folks, ladies and gentlemen, there is something in my head at the moment down this hallway. I don't know what it's doing to me, but if I happen to go crazy in the next couple of seconds,
He wants to kill you.
whatever it is through that door. Oh, don't kill me, kill it.
Oh, but you're the crazy one.
I
We
mean,
can kill you.
You've lost
Maybe-
lost the thread on.
I lost. Yeah. Whatever I was trying to communicate, I failed. All right, yeah. I'm far away am I from this door?
So, what you can you see that door?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. It appears to be a large stone slab blocking the end of the corridor, and painted on the slab is the image of a gaunt humanoid wearing a hooded cloak, and you can't see. In fact, its face. It looks like that famous poster from John Carpenter's The Thing, where it's just like radiating out, like it's like a spotlight or something radiating out from the face. And you see that its withered left hand is raised with palm extended.
Okay. To the clues.
Okay.
Where are the clues at? I forget.
I
I
don't know.
always player handouts.
Yes.
Chapter
No.
Chapter
They're in
5, and then Chapter 5 handouts, and then warnings. Yeah.
Okay. Army sleeps in silence. Find the Iron Scepter's twin. The maze holds key. No. None of these mention a gaunt, radiant face with a palm. Mannix will attempt to speak to the figure at the end of the hall. You seem to know my name, but I don't know yours.
Nothing answers you back. You just see the other party members just kind of staring at you awkwardly.
You guys don't hear that at all?
Yeah.
All right.
No.
Let's get.
The cat does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a terribly mewling.
Okay. Within 30 feet, do I see any magic radiating off of this stone wall?
You do not.
Slowly approach.
So, I don't see any of the dynamic lighting.
That's not good.
FYI.
Are you saying the whole world?
I think so.
That's not
Like
good.
just the bare bones whole world.
You know, Heather's had that happen before.
Yeah.
Have you? I've never seen it, but I've
I
heard,
was just
I've heard
zoomed
it
in on
happening.
that mirror room until now.
Oh.
I wonder if that's because I added Hue into your thing. Let me take Hue away and see if that fixes it. Since Hue obviously...
Hugh sees everything.
Hue sees all...
I see through Hugh's eyes.
Possibly. Alright, does that fix anything? You may have to reload roll 20.
Alright. I can do that.
That is
Wink,
weird.
wink.
Right. Keep my god mode on. Nothing happens as you approach the door.
Okay. I'd like to get up on it and investigate that door. Pull out my glasses.
Yep, that did it.
Okay.
Weird.
Mannix, as I mentioned, it's got a hooded figure with their left arm raised, palm extended, facing you. You look at it, and it looks like it's a perfect... You can see that this is should be a door. You can see like the very faintest seams on the side, and it looks like this thing is designed to sink into the floor. So it looks like this is some kind of a door, but you don't see any way of opening it. There's no handle, and there's no openings, nothing like that.
All right. I reach my palm out and put my palm on his palm.
As soon as you reach your palm out, and even before you touch it, just by having that motion of your arm out, palm extended, the door immediately begins to sink into the ground.
Oh, all right. No, it's just a wild guess, but I'll take it.
Mannix's arm starts to disintegrate.
Oh, God.
That is the cost of opening the door.
My arm.
Reveals... so the slab sinks into the floor, revealing a dusty passageway beyond. And you can see relief carvings on the walls depicting a gargantuan snake swallowing the sun, and crowds of people are clutching their heads and languishing in darkness. And once again, you can hear that voice in your mind.
Wait. Now I know what you were talking about, George. No, it clicks in Mannix's head at some point. Mannix remembers he's under the effect of some kind of spell. I don't remember the details. But Mannix is under the effects of some kind of compulsion. I remember that.
Yes.
To do a thing, to collect an item for Rosnisi.
Oh, the crown thingy?
Yes. All right. So he
Well-
literally...
Should we kill you or just let you do it?
I believe that's actually a quest in your quest log.
Okay, let's look at that because enter in, find the black opal crown and bring it to him so he can use it. Okay, right, yes.
Right. Night God swallowing the sun. It all checks out.
Okay, I remember this all now.
It's all coming back to me now.
Yeah. Well, presumably we don't. I don't remember what the actual requirements of this spell are, but medics say presumably we don't actually want to release a night god that consumes the world. But I'm not sure I'm going to be able to help myself.
He finally found his moral line, everybody.
I live in this world.
Here it is. This is my world, and I'll treat it how I want to.
That's a Star-Lord quote. I'm one of the idiots that live in it.
Yeah. I happen to live in this universe.
Yeah, so tell him, I'm not positive I'm going to be able to stop myself. So if I happen to take a grab at any kind of world-ending crown, you guys are free to stop me.
Sharpening up my
I'll
quarterstaff.
stop you.
I feel you guys got way too excited about this.
They've just been waiting for your permission to murder you.
I mean, I meant restrain me, not whatever you two had planned.
Yeah, because Callis was
Got
restrained.
me
Callis
through the eye and brain with my quarterstaff.
Yeah, that.
Since it's so dark, Callis would literally like to sneak up right behind Mannix. Like the shadow that she is.
I'll do whatever it takes. Dagger's out.
She just slinks back away.
When she hears him mumbling hope someone stops me, she's right there. She'll be right on your ass.
This is clearly
and
instructions.
you won't even know that she's there.
Right.
You won't feel a thing,
I mean,
man.
sort
Would you like me to roll a stealth roll to see if I can get behind him without him hearing me coming?
Yeah.
I mean,
He's got a pretty decent passive perception, but you are very stealthy.
Yeah.
Let me turn off my advantage because.
She just wants to show off her stealth. Oh,
Wow!
The only way you could have rolled and had him notice you was to roll a 1, I think.
Yeah.
Passive perception is 20.
Oh, is it?
So she would have had you at least roll a 5.
Okay. You got a
Wait, your
70.
passive perception is 20?
His passive
Yes,
perception is
it
20.
is.
It's disgusting.
Oh.
It's the one thing Mannix is good at.
You had a 75% chance of
hide
sneaking up on
that
him.
much faster.
At that point, then, whenever he turns and sees her coming, she doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, Mannix is like, Glass, I was just talking to you.
I've been looking down this whole way the entire time.
I don't know what you thought you were doing, but I've been looking at you for the last 5 minutes. Hi, though.
She's trying to be super sneaky and going up to you and just staring at her the whole time.
Yep,
Yeah.
just looking right at
She's
her.
making that face too. Watch this.
Gonna stabby, gonna stabby.
Do I recognize the voice in my head as Rosnisi, or is it some new voice that I'm unfamiliar with?
This is a new voice you are unfamiliar with.
Okay.
Just add it to the pile of
That's right.
mystical mind
4 now, I
voices.
think.
He's got an answering machine in his brain.
Mr. UNT voice, are you calling me to the north or the south here?
You don't hear any response.
This thing has a limited vocabulary.
Lead me, oh
Just my
mystery
name.
voice!
All right, I will go south.
It just seems to be a winding, very dark, dusty passageway.
Okay. All right. Well, this is immediately striking me as a maze, which I believe was in our clues. It says the maze holds the key. I don't know. Okay. There might be a maze or a key in here because this certainly seems like a maze. folks, Glass, you, everybody else might want to stick close by. Looks like there's a lot of twisting hallways in here.
Am I sorry?
Nope. All right, and finds himself alone in the maze.
Mannix, you turn a corner, and in this central open
Oh,
space, you see a gold crown topped with a glittering black opal resting on a marble pedestal. And when you see that, the voice in your mind becomes far more loud and intense, and your eyes begin to water. Your head pounds like a migraine, and then you can hear this serpentine voice slithering through your mind. Calder, my Mannix child, accept your crown fate.
It does seem like my fate. Do I feel a compulsion here, or is it still just voices in my head?
It's voices, but it's pretty compelling, and you're feeling. You haven't felt like positive compulsion to go near it, but you're starting to feel negative punishment from trying to extricate yourself from the situation.
Right. I feel like this is the spell.
You feel like if you would start stepping away from this thing, the pain you're feeling would become incredibly intense.
All right.
The rest of you coming around the north see the same thing happening. You also notice there's another opening to the north that appears where a one of those stone slabs was, and it also opened apparently when you opened the other one.
Well, let's go that way.
Yeah, but he's about to take that stupid crown. And we're going to have to stab him.
The rest of you, this crown looks like the most expensive thing you've ever seen in your life.
Hello. Hold up.
This is... You look at this and think you could purchase a small kingdom with this crown.
Darren's mouth goes dry. He licks his lips.
Darren, we should take the crown.
I think you're right.
Listen, folks.
We'll split it. 100 for me, 0 for you.
Ooh.
60-40.
Deal.
She goes 100, 0, 60, 40. Deal.
0 for Mannix.
As long as we can kill Mannix right before.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
I'm not going to say you guys can't sell this crown. All I'm going to tell you is that I have to keep it for at least for a little while.
Darren starts sharpening his quarterstaff again.
Sharpening the staff.
Sharpening, just like a spear.
Yeah, basically.
No, it's a sharpened quarterstaff.
Okay.
It's just like sitting on a little dais right there.
It is a marble pedestal that it is just sitting on. A gold crown with a glittering black opal.
Darren, are we taking this crown?
Think of all the gold hoards we could sit upon with this crown.
Mannix, seeing them do this, is gonna like just very underhandedly mage hand, like from his side, and just pull the crown off of the marble pedestal and towards him.
Gillian, tackle him.
George, get him.
I'm not crazy. I swear, it's just not the craziness I was talking about earlier.
That's just what a crazy person would say. Tackle him.
What's going on, Mannix?
Slide a hand it.
Listen,
She's gonna reach out and grab it.
I'm a smart enough fella to tell you that whatever spell that Rosnisi man, snake person, put me under, it's gonna need me to hang on to this crown, at least for the time being. We may be able to figure this out at some point, but for right now, if I don't have this crown, I think bad things are gonna happen to me.
We're still gonna take the crown.
Let me remind you, Mage Hand is invisible.
Yes. So it looks the crown fell off the pedestal. That's what I'm
Him
trying to
just,
do.
like,
And-
doing this.
Mage
No.
Hand can only pick up 10 pounds.
Mage Hand is only invisible if you're the Arcane Trickster, I think. I think normally it's not
Oh.
invisible.
Oh, you're right.
I can make a roll.
You're right.
We can see if that's
Gotcha.
Heck,
okay.
can we get rid of the spell for you, Manix? Bash you up top the head.
I'm no doctor,
Back
but
ahead.
this will fix you good. Theron, you feel like the spell Greater Restoration can heal a lot of mental ailments.
I warned you. Manix warned you.
And now I got a question.
Huh?
He used Greater Restoration on Mannix to bring him back from being stone. Wouldn't that have fixed him at the same time?
That's a good question about the spell in general. Is it like a one use, one effect thing, or is it like a general effect?
I would argue that you'd have to target a specific effect. At least when it comes to healing a physical ailment while also having a mental ailment.
I'm going to see if Jeremy Crawford has words on this.
Curse you, Jeremy Crawford.
And that's just
Thought of
2
everything.
level 5 spells just gone right off the bat.
I mean, that does suck for you. I don't disagree. That said, I mean, I'm not entirely sure I'm going to go crazy hanging on to this crown for the time being. So maybe, I can just...
I don't trust you.
I don't necessarily trust myself either.
Do you have 2 level 5s then now?
Hey,
I do.
Okay.
I did.
That's right.
You did.
Yeah, to say, and one of the following effects.
All right, so Mannix was pulling the crown to him using the mage hand.
Okay.
Theron walks up.
So
Cures me of whatever compulsion.
here's what happens. The Greater Restoration washes over you, and you feel yourself cured of the pain you were feeling of stepping away from the crown. But you still hear that voice in your head. And you feel like this is some entirely other entity trying to reach through and contact you based on your proximity to this artifact.
Yeah. So I'm guessing this is just Mannix's presumption here that the Greater Restoration cured whatever Rosnisi was doing. What's happening now is more like Elder God shit.
That's
That
correct.
is happening as a
And it's
result
up to
of the
you
crown
to
itself.
respond to that how you wish, but currently you've got a black opal crown in your inventory. Also,
Well, Matt,
while this happens, as soon as you pull the crown off the pedestal with Mage Hand, and you all have this discussion, the stone slabs snap up, sealing off the doorways. And you hear the sound of a frightening scream, like a humanoid death knell, followed by another one.
can we tell where these screams came from?
Give me a perception check.
Will.
No clue.
They appear to be coming from the east.
Well, unless we want to be trapped here forever, we've got to go check this out.
All right. Watch him, George, if he tries to sell that without us around.
Mannix will definitely not put it on because
Stab him through the gut.
he has a sneaking suspicion that if you put this crown on, he might summon an elder god. So he's gonna just...
I don't care if you wear it, just don't sell it.
Fair enough, Theron. I totally forgot you were kind of crazy about money at some point.
Why am I wasting these spells on you then?
So I don't put it on. Summon another guy.
Yeah.
right, let's
as
go.
you start to explore, you see a robed humanoid figure emerging from around the corner. It has gray skin, elongated limbs, and a horrifying visage fixed with a permanent scream of just madness and terror.
Sounds like fun.
It sure does.
It does, and I've
Ooh.
got some
That is
pretty
a scream face.
fucking pictures for you.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah. And I'm going to need some initiative, please, as this thing
Oh,
looks very hostile.
Sorry, we took your crown, Mr. Bodak. Oh, Lord.
Oh, what the hell is that?
It's what's the Starry Night? Is that the one with the screaming guy? No, that's Starry Night. There's another painting with the screaming man.
I know what you're talking about, though.
Never heard of it. The Scream?
Is that what's called? The
Yeah,
Scream?
I think so.
yeah.
I've never heard of it.
Okay.
Now we'll get some battle music.
Oh.
Can we take a break before we start?
Oh, good point. Yes, we
Bodak.
can. No battle music. Let's take a break before combat. When are we gonna get to the battle music?
Sorry.
And
You got a split second of it. Split second.
And we will resume in about 10 minutos. Alright, so I believe we are coming back from our break. And until Theron turns his camera back on. Oh, there we go.
Now we're back.
Cameras are
Yes.
For some reason you're the instigator. If you're shut yours off, everybody moves like over 3 spaces. You're the key, Theron.
Key. Do they move back automatically?
They do. It's just has to do with the cameras being flipped on. If the cameras are flipped off, it shuffles, and as soon as they're on, everybody's flipped back perfect. Yep.
All right.
Limitation of the
Weird.
Discord system. I know. Yeah, because the first time it happened, I panicked. I was like, oh no, I have to rechange all these, and then it went back to normal. I was like, okay.
So I'll have to start turning ours off at random moments
Let him shuffle up.
just to watch him lose it.
We've got some combat happening. Gillian is at the top of the initiative, and you feel a necrotic energy coming off of these creatures, even around them.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like fun.
Did you say creatures?
Depends
point.
on what you can see.
I can't see anything. I'm behind a wall.
Oh, well, you just see a wall then.
And I see Theron's ass.
Hello.
That's all you need to see. That's the necrotic energy I was talking about.
It radiates.
It oozes.
Mm-hmm. It oozes. It's the secret of the ooze.
Not while I'm eating banana pudding, you guys. Come on.
I do have an abscess. Don't worry about it.
Banana pudding is the wrong food for this conversation, that's for sure.
Really is.
I'm gonna take a bite of my banana pudding now.
I want
George
banana
pulls out
pudding.
George pulls out a sword. I can lance that abscess for you if you like.
Will it look like banana pudding?
It will when you squeeze it out.
This is a good time to address this.
All right.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah, that was 2 death wards with my hand slipping over the information button.
Death ward everywhere.
She'll.
Do we assume
Actually, I don't
Gillian
have
turned
vision.
on a light source at some point? Because I don't think she can see.
Yeah, I'm sure she did. That's right.
She would have had to.
I think she would have had to, yeah. There we go.
There we go. Now the shadows are moving.
Indeed. Okay. So, yeah, from Gillian's point of view, she can see one of these terrifying creatures emerging from the south corner and the north corner. However, as soon as Gillian looks up and sees one of them, I need her to give me a Constitution saving throw. Just looking at them is terrifying.
Uh-huh. How terrifying would you say they are?
You see Gillian's entire face go stark white. She takes on like that really horrifying visage, and she drops down unconscious.
What? Hold on.
Shit. Uh-oh.
All right.
0 hit points.
What?
What is happening?
Reese,
making
you rolled
a-
one time for her.
That's right.
Hey.
Fine.
Gillian's gotten screwed twice in 2 rooms.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go tell her right now what happened.
Wake up! Something terrible has happened.
Wait.
Oh.
She can spend a luck point.
Ah. On a save?
Yes. It
Would
is.
probably be a good idea.
Yeah.
That or
Attack
die?
roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Alright. Do you feel lucky?
always. Yeah!
Nice.
I'll take those hit points back, thank you.
Indeed, yeah. You feel her, momentarily her face goes pale white, but then she shakes it off from the luckiness she has surrounding her and rebuffs that. Instead, wow, I rolled really bad damage. She takes 6 psychic damage.
Okay.
Just for looking at the thing? This is her turn.
Oh, sorry, no.
Bad
She
thing.
made the save. Sorry, she takes no damage. Yes, that was just for looking at the thing. On her turn. At the
Great.
start of her turn.
Okay.
So no damage. Sorry, she made the save.
Okay. Alright, she will. Hypnotic pattern the northern one.
Okay. As she casts the spell on the creature, it doesn't have to make a save because you find that it seems to be immune to becoming charmed by the patterns.
Oh,
It just stares right through, stares down at all of you with its slack-jawed, terrifying countenance.
Then she will use a bonus action to give a bardic inspiration to Kaless.
Alright, Gillian takes 5 necrotic damage just for being near these creatures.
Okay. Oh boy.
I've got some fun toys.
Alright.
Uh-huh. Alright. Gillian's going to move away. That's her turn.
Alright, Kaless, same thing. You're looking up as this creature comes around the corner. I need to get a con saving throw from you.
Okay.
Okay.
Seems
You
good.
withstand any horrifying effects that it might have had on you. Just by looking
Okay.
at it.
Well, Manix is kind of in the way of this one.
You can move me. I won't fight you.
He can't fight you if he's unconscious.
True. Alright. So, I'll pull Manix behind me and take his spot.
Okay, that does take a bonus action, but you can do that.
Fine. My bonus
Oh,
action.
the bonus
was
action
just
is to
my
place with
offhanded.
somebody?
I thought it was a free action. It's always been a free action.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I
if they
thought
were
you-
willing.
We talked about this last time, too, when you pulled Orvex back. That's a bonus action. Now, I might have forgotten to
I don't
enforce
remember.
that because you do a flurry of attacks, but it is supposed to cost a bonus action.
Oh, I see how it is. Raymond gets a pass.
He attacks
I
too
give you
fast. I
banana
can't keep
pudding,
up.
and I get.
Now I'm on my game, now that I'm hopped up on sugar from the banana pudding. I'm gonna catch that chip. $21 looks like
21?
it will pierce their robes.
That was not good at all. Ugh.
Wow. A lot of ones.
No. Good.
22.
Trying to decide if I want to do extra.
Hmm.
No, I don't think I do. Not yet.
All right, you take 5 necrotic damage for being near this creature.
Yeah.
Mr. Theron, same thing. Give me that con save, please. You all have such insane con saves. Theron's is a +9.
Yeah.
That's right.
The abyssal creatures stare at you, and you stare right back.
We've seen the eyes of darkness.
I'm gonna shoot rats at them. At some point.
Of course you are. It's
I
true.
just
You
don't
do
like
still have
rats,
those
right?
rats. I don't know.
I don't know.
They're just rats.
I don't. Yeah, don't worry about it.
We could
They'll
have
just
them,
look
could
at
have-
his face and they'll just all drop
I was gonna
dead.
say we can have them all roll con saves, but I don't know what their con saves are like. At least some of them are probably gonna drop dead. Right, rats.
Yeah. I'll actually cast Ice Storm on the northern one.
Oh boy. Hail of rock hard ice pounds the ground at a 20-foot radius, 40.
Rock hard.
Rock hard. Dex saving throw. Okay. They are not immune to rock hard ice. Let's see if I can do my hidden save thing. So Dex, DC 16. That one does succeed.
Okay.
Takes half as much damage. Is it both of them is half? Creature takes 2d8 bludgeoning damage and 46 cold damage on a failed save, or half as much.
Looks like it.
Okay.
Take that. Level 4 spell.
11 damage. Difficult terrain as the area becomes pelted with a miniature ice storm. There, and you take 5 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Mr. Mannix, show me that con save, please.
Okay.
Oh, ew.
I have inspiration if I need it. I'm staring into the DM's eyes, trying to give me a tell, DM. I'll use it. I'll use my
Okay.
inspiration. Because I got +4.
I mean, come on,
It shouldn't
12
have
is
been
never
that
good.
bad. 12 is never good. Yeah. All right, 17. That
All right.
seems.
Yeah, that's good. We've seen what 16 and I think 15
15.
succeed. So yeah.
Yeah.
You stare right back out against these terrifying creatures. Mannix with his +4 thanks to Papa.
Right. Much worse otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Mannix will. Never mind. I was gonna throw the frog out to just act as like a flanking thing for Kaless, but the frog would just die. Just look at the thing. Just look at these creatures and just die. So I'm not gonna do that. Lord, I'm actually kind of scared of these guys.
Damn it.
It's a bonus action.
Janet.
I was supposed to have advantage on my thing
Mm.
because you hadn't gone yet.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
Actually, before I go, can I make some sort of check to like look at these creatures and see if what I can determine about them? Get the whole examination thing.
Oh yeah.
These are one of the few creatures that I have no idea what the fuck they are.
Yeah, this is
like...
this is brand new. You can be a religion or arcana check.
Okay.
Since you did make the save, although it is not nice to look at them.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, you've never heard of these kind of creatures quite before, but they are some kind of evil undead. A lot of the abilities you've kind of seen, they have a necrotic aura that deals damage if you're near them. If you're looking at them, then you have to save against their horrifying visage, which can cause you to drop dead if you fail it bad enough. You do feel like the Medusa rules apply, so you could choose to not look at it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But that would give you the blinded condition.
Right.
So you would have disadvantage, and then it would have advantage on you.
Okay.
And you can imagine that while it might have regular attacks, it's probably its main power is in doing that kind of gaze move. Yeah, just staring at people and freaking them out. It's got the usual resistances from non-magical attacks. You rolled a 20. I actually missed. It took a little less damage from the cold. I missed that one. It's actually resistant to cold, fire, and necrotic damage, and immune to lightning and poison. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. What does that leave? That's not.
Well, I said resist. I said resistant, not immunity.
Okay.
And then it's immune to the charmed, frightened, and poisoned conditions.
Okay. Lord.
You god.
That's right.
But they don't look physically that powerful in terms of like armor and hit points.
Just their sheer presence is just enough to fuck us up. Alright, I'm going to use a spell to Misty Step. I am going to materialize on the other side of this Bodek thing. And then I'm going to pull my rapier out and attempt to. I don't have flanking here, do I? It's not quite. No,
not quite. No.
Not quite. I'm gonna do a green flame rapier. That's not gonna do it. I have a +5, guys. It's not. I'm not like.
He instantly gets defensive.
Took to himself.
I'm doing my best. So
I was just about to say you do that, and then you stare Celeste down and go, "This is how you sneak."
That's right.
And it just whips so bad.
Damn it.
That's how you screw up a sneak attack. Don't do that. So, Mannix, when you learned all this information, you can impart that on your party if you wish.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, I will impart all of that to them, just in short bursts. They're resistant to ice and fire. That doesn't make sense, but it's the truth. What was it immune to? Necrotic?
Immune to lightning and poison.
Lightning and poison. Okay.
Resistant to basically everything else.
Right.
And then they've got their gazes.
I only just realized that I am going to take an attack of opportunity because I already used my bonus action, so I can't disengage. But I am going to step back.
Okay.
Here. So whatever attack opportunity that is, I will take it. It's better than rolling a Constitution saving throw and dying.
Yeah, it'll try. 16.
That will hit.
Fist. It just says fist. I don't think these things have fists. It looked like they had claws too.
It does, yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Claw
Well,
fists.
I am, however, wearing a vest that
How dapper of
That's
you.
great.
it's armor actually. My necrotic armor. So it's half that. So it's 20 damage.
10,
No, 10.
10
Sorry,
damage. It's even more damage now. Yeah, you take half the necrotic damage. That's pretty good. Hey, you should leave Mannix out in front. He's resistant.
Yeah.
But no, he disappears around a corner.
Not to the evil eye that they got.
Mannix, to the north, you see another one of those big green devil faces
Okay.
staring back out.
Do I see magic?
You do. You do detect.
Okay. Also, I do have to make a Constitution saving throw. That was a hit.
Oh, right.
I'm fine.
Okay. You do detect transmutation magic coming out, and it's got one of those like dark. The mouth is open. It's just darkness within, and then the whole face just looks like transmutation magic. You do take 5 necrotic damage though.
Okay. Okay. 2 for me.
Yeah. I guess.
Yes.
The Vodex will do a withering gaze attack on the person nearby, which is Kaless. So, Kaless, it stares you down. You hear the screaming in your head. And I need you to make a con saving throw.
Okay.
Your fantastic con save. Yep. I guess you roll. You take half damage of 16, so take 8 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And then the other one will go to here and do the same thing to Theron with a withering gaze. Give me a con save, Theron.
Huh.
Excellent job, you stupid constitutionally dwarf.
Yes.
Mr. George.
Constitutionalized.
Where's his damage?
Shh, don't tell him that.
George, yeah, so if you heard... well, Mannix, did you report about...
Yeah. I yelled it all out. I'll say.
So...
You know, they're undead. They got all the, resistances. Later, suckers.
Like a private conversation.
Mannix
here.
Yeah. This is an AB conversation. You can get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they...
Damn it.
The relevant part is...
Don't look at them.
Okay, there you go.
Don't look at them.
There you go.
Yeah.
If you want, so George, knowing that, you could not look at it, which would give you just because you literally would be like doing this, or you can just do it normal and then roll a con save.
And he didn't report a range or anything, did he?
Now that I can tell, they just claw at you and are otherwise horrifying to look at.
Oh yeah, you're right. I do need to roll damage for. Yes.
Oh.
Wow!
Oh, shit.
Well, you take half of that. You made the save.
That's what we were talking about.
Okay.
Oh.
I got totally confused on that. Yep.
We both said it, and then it just never happened.
Yeah. He just
Totally lost that one.
skips over it. I'm like,
I didn't hear it either.
Nope, I totally lost that. No, you take half of that. Yeah, it's not
Alright.
a one and done. It's a half on save.
Down to 100 hit points.
So sad.
Lord. All right, George. Do you want to avert your eyes or make a save? I guess you're not in line of sight right now, but basically as soon as you are, that would have to be the case.
Right. It's a very difficult decision. I could just stand back here and not do anything.
That's also an option.
Or
Like our true fighters in the group.
Right. I couldn't believe.
So where are these guys? Which one can I get to easily?
There's one to the north.
Okay then.
side of that column.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. George runs right up to it.
Yep. Screaming face.
All right, George, are
Does
you
anything happen?
averting? Yeah, are you averting your eyes, or are you just going to run and look at it and stare it down?
Oh, I'll stare him down.
All right, give me a con save.
Is this a magical effect?
That's a good question. I would say no. It's actually more of a psychic attack that it's doing.
Hmm.
It's just built into the
just like a
creatures.
natural thing.
Yeah, it's a
About
natural
them,
part of
yeah,
the creature's
they're
thing.
fun to look at.
Yeah.
Only I had known that. Alright.
Usually it would be, but I think in this case it actually... It's like a fear effect it's got. Jesus. You assholes. George cares not. He doesn't even pull the sword out. He's like, I don't need the sword. I'm just gonna stare this asshole down.
If only it was a spell, I could reflect it back.
Mm-hmm. That's the
Alright.
thing. I don't think this creature would be able to like do that to itself. So.
Well, George will start hacking away. Hold on. That's a terrible roll.
Hold.
I have something. I have something for that. Precision attack.
Hmm.
So I roll a d8. Damn it.
So that's a 12.
12.
Despite it only wearing robes, it does have better natural armor than that.
Alright then.
Bounces off
Second
its
attack.
weird mottled gray hide.
16.
16 will hit.
And another attack.
26 will hit. Or 6. You'll need a few good blows, and it definitely... It's not registering any pain, but you can see it taking some damage.
Just a little bit though, huh?
Just a little bit. They don't look like that beefy or anything, though. I mean, they look gaunt and just more terrifying than powerful. Physically powerful.
Alright, on my turn.
Alright, you take 5 necrotic damage for ending your turn in their vicinity. Top of the round, back to Gillian.
All right. Gillian will move up here.
Is Gillian averting her eyes or wants to stare it down?
No, she's taking it full in the face.
Full in the face. Show me a con save.
Lucky though, she is lucky.
She is lucky.
That's good.
She's still lucky.
Can she use it on the same thing again?
I don't know. I'm looking it up right now.
Does my luck run out?
I think there is a
Been
limit.
1 luck point. So that's as lucky as she gets.
Lord.
Okay. Well, the good news is she doesn't drop dead.
That is good.
Instead,
Wow.
instead she does take 7 psychic damage.
Oh,
Okay.
that's not bad for 3d10.
Not bad.
Indeed.
It's like you could just roll 1d10 and get the same result.
That's true.
Good old flame strike. Or flame bolts.
Right.
Fire bolts.
Yep.
There's the word I'm looking for.
That's the one.
Alright, she is going to crossbow bolts.
Shoot it. 15 does hit.
And she will use a bardic inspiration to do psychic damage.
Psychic damage, but I'm not resistant to that.
Oh, ball. see, it does, I think, 5d6.
Excuse me, how much?
5d6. Let me make sure it's...
That sounds like a lot.
Yes.
Can spend... Wow. 5d6
So
at
17
10th
damage.
level. Wow. So 17 plus 5 for the total?
Yeah.
Jeez, she's got divine smites. Alright, you see the full force of, I guess technically the crossbow bolt doesn't quite do all the damage. But the psychic blades definitely do the full damage and rack its mind. And you can see it kind of shudder a little bit. It does seem to damage it internally.
Okay.
It's super effective. Alright, Gillian takes 5 necrotic damage, and we go to Celeste. Celeste, are you going to stare it down?
She does
Oops, sorry.
have another attack.
Oh, okay.
She'll do another crossbow bolt. She's a crossbow expert.
That's right. Juggling crossbows.
Didn't the crossbow expert, or maybe it, I forget what it does. I thought it did like crossbow and then melee, but maybe I'm wrong.
You can, but I think you can just fire it twice.
Oh, okay.
As long as you have a bonus action, I believe, right? It's just like a multi-attack thing.
Gotcha.
There we go. Yeah, which a crossbow is a one-handed weapon.
Gotcha.
So you can dual wield. Or take the same crossbow and just reload it, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright, so that does do some damage. Alright. So, as I was saying, 5 necrotic damage. Celeste, you can avert or stare it down.
Oh shit.
You rolled a 5.
Well, I did.
We're not really. We're all very good at this. We're not rolling great numbers.
You were the first round. Alright, well, the good news is, once again, you don't drop dead. You take 19 psychic damage.
Okay.
And then you may start your turn. Thrust Blood Drinker forward for 24 hit. Yikes.
32 points of damage so far.
Okay. That seems to nearly demolish it.
And in that case, then I will do a.
Yeah, you did have that bardic inspiration for that save.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
Ooh.
What is that? Is it a D8?
I think it's a D10. I don't remember.
Let's back up and find it.
Up in the chat log somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because that scales for levels, doesn't it?
Bardic Inspiration. There it is. A D10 at 10th level. Yay! Alright, we're going to use that real quick. Hang on.
I'll take that damage.
Good call.
So 19.
Yeah.
19,
there we
you
go.
take no damage then, so disregard all that.
D-
19 for 19.
And then I am going to do a 3d6 on top of my blood drinker.
Okay.
So I'll do it first.
Just fuse some
I'm
of your
hoping to
own
kill this thing.
life energy, yeah.
14.
Yeah, you thrust the blade and you see it almost twitching dead, and then as that life energy flows from you into the creature, you see it finally crumple, and it just kind of like dissolves into like dust, and all that's left are the robes. But
/roll.
it is destroyed.
2d6. 4 temporary hit points. Better than nothing.
Mm-hmm. But you...
And then I'll just... I'll...
Pay no attention to me drawing lines over here.
30 feet, huh?
Yeah. You do not take the necrotic damage at the end of your turn.
I wonder why.
Indeed. Mr. Theron. Everybody else is staring it down.
I will also stare it down.
Stare
This
it
creature is not used to
down.
having so many creatures look at it.
Feeling self-conscious.
It is.
Oh, look at me!
Are you not
No
afraid?
creature. Nope.
No, Theron's never afraid.
All right, I'm gonna roll a charisma save to see if I can get closer to the creature.
Of course, it's also bizarre that it's a con save. If it's supposed to be like a fearing psychic thing, isn't that weird? Like, shouldn't that be like wisdom?
Oh, maybe it's because it knocked you out of all your hit points, so that's why
Yeah.
it's a con save.
It's like an endurance thing.
So it's like the fear hits you regardless, but the Constitution is will you like keep your
Yeah.
stuff standing up.
God damn, Theron, another fucking crit shillelagh.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Prepared for
You gonna do 14 damage instead?
even less.
Ooh, 19.
15.
All right,
All right.
Theron brings that staff down, destroying the second creature. Now, you guys are looking at Theron really close for the first time, and
Oh,
it's been like...
First time ever.
And Theron, I mentioned it... You've got blue
really
eyes! The bluest eyes I've ever seen. I mentioned, Theron, that you are getting hairier ever since you attuned to the staff that has the head of a goat on the end of it.
I literally thought that was just like one room thing. I didn't think that was still going
Over
on.
time, he has grown shaggy, like white fur around his body. And since resting at the last time, you see his eyes have transformed into these like creepy, like hourglass, weird shaped eyes.
uh-huh.
And he's got little horns coming out of his head.
He's the devil. Kill him.
And Theron, as you bring down like a crush of the staff in this critical blow, you feel a little bleak coming out of your mouth. Just a little, like you can't. It's almost like this little like a accidental fart. It just kind of comes out all of a sudden.
What? It doesn't seem natural.
I wonder if Greater Restoration can fix that.
Oh no, I don't have that.
Never know.
You've got 2 spell slots, do you? Well, here's 4 problems.
I know I like turning into things, but only when I want to. It's... I'm not gonna give up the staff, but
No. What is the staff exactly?
I just do a lot of damage.
Okay, like a striking staff or something. But it's apparently also got like a goat curse on it.
Mannix, you recall the body that you retrieved the staff from, one of the Company Yellow Banner you identified who had the journal, was a half-goat man.
Oh, right, yeah. I guess it didn't occur to me then that there aren't half-goat people in this world, I suppose. I just kind of assumed he's like, oh, he's a satyr, okay.
It's a fair assumption, I suppose. Certainly seem a lot of weird things in Chol.
Staff striking.
Okay.
It doesn't have any like physical, debilitating effects, but you're looking pretty weird.
Okay.
Durr.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I want every wild shape he does to be slightly goat. Also, like an Allosaurus, but it's got little goat eyes and
Yeah,
horns.
little horns and the fur.
Gotosaurus
Theron,
Rex.
are you okay, Theron? George hands him a tin can.
It
Does
looks
this
a little
look good
tasty.
to you?
It does for some reason. It's just metal, though. Why would that be filling?
I don't know. You have to ask yourself.
You don't see any other creatures in the area. However, the way you came in is sealed off, and George, Theron, and Gillian on the north door, you see a similar painting with the figure with the hooded cloak and the kind of like radiating, nothingness coming out of its face area. And this time it's holding up their right arm. However, instead of its right arm with its palm extended, the arm has been severed at the elbow.
You guys know what you gotta do.
Mannix.
I'm not there. I'm extra office.
That's why he's calling for you. Mannix.
X.
Mannix knows better than. I don't want my arm severed.
Where's Hugh when you need him?
Where? Oh yeah, he was gone. Yeah.
Two of the party members sound real disappointed right now.
He was already missing an arm. We can figure that out. Just I don't know if it was the right arm or
You'll
not.
be missing 2 arms?
Well, if he was missing
One and a
the
half.
correct arm, he could just fake it,
Yeah, like fake the door out.
Yeah.
Are these two guys really here up top? The babbling guy and the...
Yes. I guess Orvex is still there too, right? Or did you guys send Orvex back?
I don't think so.
Oh, there he was. He was
Orvex has
hiding.
been relatively helpful.
Yeah, he was.
Orvex,
He was
I can-
hiding.
I can fix your missing finger problem.
Don't,
You won't even have to worry about
don't
it.
touch me.
Yeah, can I just shoot a couple rats in that hole and just call it even?
In what hole?
The armhole.
There's
Severed armhole.
There's no hole. It's just a painted picture.
Oh, we thought there
Or
was a
X.
thing.
Get away from
Hold
me.
on, we do. This is what Mannix was saying earlier, though. He calls over Ishmakal. My man, can you
That's a man.
turn into a humanoid form that is not quite fully four-limbed?
They shake their head and say, "That's not how it works, darling. There's very strict rules. I'll have to have the exact correct arrangement of limbs. Not a starfish."
Are you sure? You sure that if we don't take one of your arms off, you won't be able to just,
I'd
I'd
rather not find out,
Just-
thank you, darling.
not as useful as I was hoping.
Isn't this... How about this guy here? He's the babbler, right? He's just making nonsense.
No, he was cured. He was cured by Theron.
Now he's just a man.
Now he's just a man. Realizing what terrible, terrible people you are.
As we discuss whose arm we're gonna cut off,
Yeah. It's like, my God.
we're all
The
just looking
world,
around.
humanity has fallen in such a dark place. You all care nothing about each other or your well-being.
We care about each other, just not you.
Right.
Well, there is another way out of this place. Over here to the east, there's another one of those demon mouth things. I don't exactly know how this one works, but it might be a way out.
Haven't we had to put like an arm in there every time to?
The last
them.
the last demon mouth we went into was like a number system where like 3 people could go through and the 4th person got chomped in half.
That's right. 'Cause I'm
I think
pretty
that was
sure
last-
Gillian got chomped in half.
Yeah, I think that happened.
If
I'm not sure
it
this
happened,
works the
it
same
was to
way, but
Gillian.
that's right. But it's worth checking out. Unless somebody wants to cut their arm off.
George said, "Look, we're in the 2-minute annihilation. Sacrifices have to be made."
Well,
Then go up to the door.
Step right up.
I mean, if nothing happens,
So-
he's gonna go towards that guy who was the babbler before.
All right, but just so we're clear, he is a normal lucid man. Theron cured him.
Wait,
He is
isn't
in favor.
George supposed to be a good person because of Moa?
Truthful.
Like,
Let's be
isn't
truthful.
Moa?
Yeah.
Truthful, yeah. I mean, Moa is a kind spirit. But, yeah, truthfulness is the main quality.
Alright, so what's the head look like?
Yeah. Does it look like we could crawl through it the same as the last one we went through?
It is one of these. It's got a
That's the
very
one you stick your arm in.
large, like, cavernous opening in its mouth. And you do detect that magic coming out of it.
Transmutation magic, if I remember.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Damn,
What it's
The
for.
rat.
Yeah, still got those rats? That's
Mannix,
got a test for you.
you hear whispers coming out of it. What languages do you
Ooh.
know?
I know. Well, I did not too long ago. How long does this last? It hasn't been an hour since well, how long does a short rest last?
An hour.
Oh, okay. It's probably gone then. I did cast comprehend languages on
Cool.
myself.
How long does that
Before
take to cast?
I could cast it just right now. But
Well, I
let
meant when
me.
you casted it as a ritual. If we rested
minutes.
for an hour, so you still have 10 minutes of.
Well, that was from
Comprehend
the
language
short
left.
rest. I don't know if 10 minutes have gone by since then, but. But the languages I understand are Common, Dwarvish, Thieves' Cant, Undercommon.
It's not
All right.
those.
Recognizing that I do not understand the language, I will immediately just cast comprehend languages.
Okay.
Can I understand anything?
Celeste, what languages do you know?
I mean, I'm right there with him.
Yeah.
Common, Draconic, Elvish, Thieves' Cant, Undercommon, and I speak the snake language thing too, which is a version of Draconic.
It is not one of those.
Well,
Mannix,
okay.
you can comprehend the language of Abyssal, demonic language coming out of it.
My other character would know that one.
Yeah. It whispers, darkness is coming for you. Your doom is at hand. It just repeats that.
It's not conversational. It's just like a recording.
Yeah. Yeah. Leave a message at the tone.
Your tomb is at hand. Let's see. None of the clues pertain to a scary voice either. Now, what did it say again? Give me one more time.
Darkness is coming for you. Your doom is at hand.
Oh. Yeah, we're gonna need one of your rats, Theron. Just explosive rat coming through the hole.
A rat rocket.
You shoot a rat into the mouth, and the rat disappears.
I shoot all of these in the
You
mouth.
shoot all the rats into the hole.
Perfect. And then call them all back, and let's just see what happens.
They do not come back.
Wait.
Somewhere.
Well, oh.
And
How does your spell work there? And did you not have like a psychic command?
How
of
does it
them?
work? Yeah.
I don't know. I took damage and roll anything
Just
for
rats.
it.
What are you gonna do?
I was just making it fun.
Well, now it's important.
This is very important. What happened to those rats?
No, there's like separate animals.
Oh, okay. You can just command them.
Yeah.
So you just command them to come back, and they just don't. Is that what happens?
Yes.
Shit.
You sent
Yeah,
them in
verbal
there.
commands.
They disappeared from what you can see, and Theron tries to command them back, and there's nothing.
All right, Mannix, your turn.
Oh shit!
Was it 100% success or 100% failure? We're not sure.
We're going in the mouth?
Everyone
Yeah,
in the mouth.
yeah, we're going in the mouth.
Everyone in the hole.
All right.
I'm down. Mannix first.
I'm also looking through my spells. I want to see if any of my spells are transmutation
Ooh.
spells. If they
Man,
are.
we should have tied a rope around one of the rats to see if we pull it back out.
Yeah.
That was
That would
all
be smart. All right, let's do it to Mannix instead.
Let's see what happens.
That
To me.
sounds good. Yeah, I like this plan. Or Orvix. We could throw Orvix in there.
Transmutation magic. I've got a couple of those spells. They're not bad. Dark vision. Okay.
He's psyching himself
All
out.
right. Yeah, dark transmutation. That's not too bad. It's certainly no evocation. All right. Mannix will begin crawling through the black hole.
Just stick your head through.
How do you crawl through the hole?
Arms first. I'm
How do
feeling,
you crawl through that
I'm very
hole?
careful. I'm like feeling the edges as I go through the hole.
Okay.
I have to kind of go like head first or feet first, right? Because it's too small to like go like standing up.
Right.
George calls out, "Hi, how about if you just put one arm through first and see what happens?"
That's good. Yeah.
Can someone
That
just
would solve
kick
a
him through at
problem.
this point?
What?
Can someone do what?
So if
Just kick him through.
that's what I was about to say. If I see Mannix crawling through, I'm going up behind him and I'm just like, this is Sparta, and kick him right in the butt.
Mannix,
Great.
you reach your arms forward to crawl through. You would say one arm or both arms going forward? You're just kind of starting to do this motion?
I was doing both arms, but George made a good point that I don't want to lose both arms if I want to lose an arm. So,
Okay.
one arm. I'm just feeling along the edges, make sure it's going to be safe to go forward.
Okay. You feel, and as soon as you cross the threshold of the mouth with your arm, you immediately jerk back, and that length of your arm is gone.
Hey,
George
now we
says,
can open the
"Perfect,
door.
come here. Come to this painting."
If only there had been a warning.
Motherfucker. All right. You there and your rats are dead.
I can summon more.
Can you summon a new arm?
That's something I cannot do.
Oh my
Curious to
god.
know that.
Am I really
What?
missing an arm right
You
now?
are
Like, is it
literally
like
missing an arm. The length of arm that you stuck in there.
Is it
Is it-
bleeding?
yeah, yeah, exactly. Is it bleeding?
It looks like it could probably use some medical attention, yeah.
Is he about to pass out?
I mean, if my arm's been cut off. Now, I must have felt it. When I put my arm in, did it feel like a dissolving, or was was it like a guillotine?
You didn't feel any pain. It's just gone.
Okay.
Like it was just a
Do I
clean
feel pain
sever.
now?
I
But
mean,
so it
I'm
wasn't
not an
guillotine.
amputee. I don't know what it feels like, but I
I mean, it must
imagine
hurt.
I imagine it must hurt somewhere. You've got some nerve
I think
endings.
he's just saying it just disappeared.
It disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have
So-
the phantom
Like
pain
nothing,
now.
nothing cut through it. It just
Correct.
disappeared, and now you just have a bleeding stump.
At some threshold within, there was something that just like it was gone.
George, quick to action, pulls out his 10-foot chain, tourniquets Mannix's
With a
stump
chain. Great.
with a chain.
That's gonna look badass
Drags
though.
him.
It drags your
now.
ass.
In arm.
Very
He's
Mad
gonna
Max.
learn how to
level.
use it. You'll see Mannix like when practicing with that little,
That's right.
and he drags Mannix over to the painting over here.
Yeah.
while
I mean,
Mannix is
I
still
do
in
match
shock.
now, I suppose.
Oh
But
no,
is
did
it
you
the
lose
right
the right
arm?
arm?
Is it? Whichever arm it is, it's that one. I don't know which
I'll
arm.
throw
it
you a
was.
bone there and say it was the right arm.
Go back through.
Oops, wrong arm.
Hold him down while we put his other arm in.
Jesus Christ! All right, at least like suture the wound or
Good
something.
to Orvix,
I mean,
but nobody listens to me.
We should say Torvix.
See, now you want to do it to Orvix.
So George said all along. He drags Mannix to the painting.
Mannix is probably delirious right now. Like if he's literally like an
Yeah.
arm is gone and there's blood squirting out of the veins or whatever shit is going on, he's probably just eyes roll back in his head. They can do whatever they want to him at this
Yep.
point.
And they have wrapped around a
Do you
chain around your stump and drags your ass.
What I can do for you is make you a new arm out of rats. Would that help?
it's not like a new flip. We just tape a rat to your arm.
When you reach for something, the rat will grab it.
And the good news is that lasts for a whole hour.
Even if that was a good idea, Mannix is not there yet psychologically. Mannix is not going to come to terms with the fact that he's missing a fucking arm yet.
Look, of all the people to lose an arm, you're the best because you can just cast Mage Hand if you need something.
Okay.
He just has like a permanent mage hand on the end of the stick.
That's right. Just keep a mage hand there.
That would also look pretty cool.
Constantly casting his cantrip.
Yep. I just keep probes on and a stick where my arm used to be, and then I just cast Mage Hand constantly so it looks like I have an arm.
It's like an extendo arm.
Yep. All right. I hope I wasn't. I mean, yeah, okay. There's my at least my magic stuff is in my vest, so if I lose my arm, the vest is not done.
Hey,
That's true because it's a vest.
It's sleeveless.
It's sleeveless.
You did lose your watch, though.
Oh no! My watch.
Plan for this
hey,
all
how about
along.
this? There you go. Have some healing.
Did I actually take any damage? Like,
Weirdly enough,
it's
you
weird
did
that-
not take any damage. It is very weird, but that's how this works. You don't take any damage,
I'll
just whatever.
I'll
I mean,
take his healing.
Yeah.
I mean, the mental anguish is great, but the actual
Yeah.
hit points is.
Oh Lord.
There.
I'll figure it out. I mean, you know,
Things happen.
to George's earlier point, I'm probably the best person to have this done too because my main attack is one-handed at least.
There you go.
It's still disconcerting. I've lost my arm.
It's pretty disconcerting.
All right. Well, George drags me in front of the door. Can I unlock the door?
You hold up your stump of an arm, and as soon as
George
you
does
do,
it. Mannix-
George does it,
Mannix
yeah.
Mannix is gone right now.
And you see that door sink to the ground in satisfaction.
He lets Mannix down to the ground to sit down. You did good, Mannix. You did good.
Mannix just sits there. He's just comatose at the moment. Just staring at his stump. Which arm is it, by the way? Is it the right arm or the left arm?
It's the right arm. It's got to be the right arm because that was the one that was the one that
Well,
stuck the door.
then Mannix has been left-handed this entire time. Just FYI.
Yeah. It didn't matter up until now.
Mannix is ambidextrous.
There you go.
That's right.
You're
Holy.
giving him too much credit.
Oh
Well,
my
he
god.
did
So does
just
this
have
actually
on.
have like a character sheet effect that I need to plug in or something? I mean, I don't use two-handed things very often, but
Right, that would be the main thing.
I would imagine rope climbing is going to be an issue in the future.
I think, where's our lasting injury thing? 'Cause that kind of had a similar rule, didn't it, about crippling like a limb?
Yeah, maybe.
So if you have a crippled arm, can't hold two different objects or wield two-handed weapons, disadvantage to some strength saving throws or checks. Which probably is like climbing,
Pulling myself up off a ledge.
pulling
Okay,
yourself
yeah.
up a ledge. Yeah, you just have disadvantage, so that's how we'd rule it. And yeah, you can't wield two different things or two-handed weapons, which I don't think applies much to you.
Your left arm will just get buff.
That's right. It's so buff.
And
Uh,
it's cool.
As a point of interest, does it look like I might have been able to dispel the magic on that gate?
Do you really want to know?
I really don't, but I'd rather just imagine that it was inevitable.
Yeah, let's say that. And I mean, you still had to, open the door.
Mm-hmm.
So you did solve the puzzle.
Fuck you. That's you lost your arm, but you did solve the puzzle. All right.
With a smile.
George points out, speaking the truth. If y'all had just listened to me, we wouldn't have gone through this.
At this point, Maddox totally agrees. Yeah, we should have cut that dude's arm off.
Then you would not have noticed a thing, and we would have gone
No,
right through.
no.
Chat, please
We just would
vote.
have been horrible people.
Please vote for our MVPC this session. The door opens and you see a set of stairs that go down. It looks like it goes down about the length of the initial staircase was going down. So this is like a 20-foot staircase. But it looks like this actually takes you to the bottom.
But with hand railings only on the right side.
That's right.
Damn.
Hopefully,
let's go down back.
the chat gives Mannix a helping hand and to get that inspiration next time.
Probably gonna need it.
Mhm.
Give him a hand up, chat.
Mannix is done going first for a little while, so who wants to go down?
He's going to have to drag his ass on the chain.
Do I need to sneak down the stairs and see what's down there?
Imagine what Papa thinks about this whole situation.
Papa's
He's probably very upset with.
He's pretty upset. Yeah, he thinks you should have commanded someone to go in there and go into the tunnel first.
I mean, I'll sneak down the stairs. I'm not opposed to it.
Okay.
Do it.
Roll better than a 1. Roll better than a 1. That'll work.
There you go. Stealthy, sneaky.
Do 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 do. On the other half of your arm.
That would be weird. You see a corridor in front of you. To the east is another one of those green devil giant head things with a black tunnel in its mouth. Mannix is going to PTSD against those now.
Yeah, I'm not going near one of those.
Yeah. And then to your west, you see the corridor extends, and you recognize the area of what you saw from the top of the balcony, which is the bottom area with the square 10-foot by 10-foot shaft that goes deeper, surrounded by 4 of those monstrous gargoyles on top of pedestals.
One of which almost killed you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to say is you guys have gone in like a circle now because you can see back at that first room. And you see stairs going up to the balcony that you guys came down at, basically.
Yeah, I'm not going in there first. Orbeck, come here.
Please don't chop off any fingers or arms.
I'll move on and I'll think about it. Gonna force Orbeck into this square right here. I just
Alright.
want to see what happens.
Yep, he stands there and looks terrified, but nothing happens.
Ugh. Stand in a corner, or you disappoint me.
Sorry. Mannix, you are definitely the winner of the
God
poll.
damn it,
They...
Chad is going insane with the one arm jokes, by the way. That's fuck you all.
Excellent.
I'm also glad I did not go head first. No.
I know you were like, I'm gonna go in like this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Everybody's like, we'll kick you in there. And it's like, oh boy.
Just pull half of me back out. Great.
Now it's like the movie Onward. It's just his pants running around.
Set of legs.
He's just on a leg.
The top half is having the time of its life.
Right. It's
Wherever it
in
is.
another dimension. Having fun.
Yep. Those legs have been keeping me behind. All right, so I mean, I'm trying to wrap things up. I'm just trying to figure out where you guys are going to be next, so I can kind of plan for that. If you guys are going to continue along this path, or
Since I didn't take any damage, I have not technically lost concentration on my spell, weirdly enough.
that's true.
Do I see any magic coming off of this demon hole?
You do not.
Fuck. Alright. This demon hole is safe. The last one was an arm chopping demon hole. So, Celeste, feel free to force Orvex through, see what he sees. I'm not going in, but. But we probably don't want to go.
Is this man your slave?
More or less. He was a member of. Well, actually, does he?
He's my
Actually, I don't want to say that because Ishmael is technically in service to the Red Wizards, right?
As far as you know, Ishmael was working for the Red Wizards, yeah. For Zagmira,
So if I don't want to tell him that, like, because he was working for the Red Wizards, we basically just took him as a captive and have been holding him hostage
yeah.
this entire time. But we probably don't want to go down towards those gargoyles until we figure out how not to, make them attack us. Yeah.
Okay. Mannix, you...
So if they're all for...
Even in your delirious state, you do notice a secret door, like, right next to Orvex. He's almost, like, leaning against what you... And you kind of look at him, and you can see, like, one of those secret, like, put your hand in there and slide it open, secret
And
doors.
he goes to slide it up with the right hand. And then just starts crying.
And then there's nothing there.
He just points at it. There's a secret door.
All right, I think with that, we will wrap things up as we have a super sad note. We'll have like a special, like, sad outro music.
And before you upload this to YouTube tomorrow, you should put at the very end, in loving memory of Mannix's arm.
Dedicated
to Mannix's right arm. It saw a lot of views.
It will be missed.
All right, that's all the time we have for this week's episode. Thank you to Chris, Heather, Rochelle, Raymond, and for playing. Thank you to all for Mannix's arm. Thank you to all of our wonderful fans for watching. Go to RogueWatson.com for recaps. Patreon.com/RogueWatson if you'd like to support the channel. We're live streaming our D&D adventures every week, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye. Start doing it with my left hand.
You wanted some annihilation.
Annihilated an arm.
Annihilate this.
I'm going to put it in my character. Putting right arm.